Welcome to Deep Dive. I'm Thatcher Collins.
And I'm Leela Grant. Today is January 17th, and honestly, we have a total jam-packed episode exploring everything from, tactical military genius to the social icons who have really shaped our modern world.
It really is a day of heavyweights, literally and figuratively. I mean, we're looking at a lineup of birthdays that feels like, a Mount Rushmore of talent and influence.
Seriously, Thatcher, we're talking about 3 people who weren't just famous, but genuinely culture-shifting. Let's start with the original Renaissance man, Benjamin Franklin, born on this day back in 1706.
Franklin is a personal favorite of mine. People always remember the kite and the lightning, proving electricity was a force of nature. But his scientific mind was really just one part of his brilliance. He was a diplomat, an author, and a polymath who fundamentally understood how to build a society.
He was the ultimate influencer before the internet even existed, right? And speaking of people who used their platform to change the world, we have to talk about Muhammad Ali, born in 1942. I mean, he was the greatest of all time in the ring, sure, but his legacy as an activist is what keeps him trending even now.
And Ali's refusal to be silent about civil rights, and his stance against the Vietnam War, it showed a level of courage that matched his physical prowess. He moved with grace, both as a fighter and as a human being, standing up for his convictions.
Exactly. And rounding out this incredible birthday list is Michelle Obama, born in 1964. As First Lady, she really modernized the role, focusing on education, health, and just being this visible, powerful mentor for women everywhere.
She certainly did. Her memoir, Becoming, was such a massive cultural moment, too. It really grounded the experience of being in the White House while maintaining her own identity and career as an attorney and advocate.
It's rare to see 3 such distinct, powerful voices share a birthday. But Thatcher, while these 3 were building the future, we have to look back at a moment in 1781 that secured the very existence of the United States.
You're referring to the Battle of Cowpens. This was a masterclass in military strategy. Brigadier General Daniel Morgan was facing off against the British Lieutenant Colonel Banastre Tarleton in South Carolina.
Right. And I read that Tarleton had a reputation for being quite ruthless. People called him Bloody Ban. So how did Morgan actually manage to take him down?
Well, Morgan used a tactic known as a double envelopment. He knew his militia might retreat, so he actually planned for it. He told them to fire 2 rounds and then move back, which lured Tarleton's forces into thinking the Americans were fleeing. When the British rushed forward, they were caught in a trap by Morgan's more experienced Continental troops and cavalry.
That is so clever. It's basically the ultimate psych-out, and it worked, right?
Oh, it was a total rout. The British suffered over 800 casualties, while the Americans lost very few men. It was a massive turning point for the Southern campaign of the Revolutionary War. It demoralized the British and proved that the American forces could stand toe-to-toe with elite regulars.
From the fields of South Carolina to the halls of international power, It seems January 17th is also a big day for global politics. We're talking about the first meeting of the United Nations Security Council.
Yes, on this day in 1946, this happened at Church House in Westminster, London, just a week after the first General Assembly meeting. This was the birth of the council that has the power to, impose sanctions and authorize military action.
It's wild to think about that room in 1946. I mean, the world was still reeling from World War II, and they were trying to figure out how to prevent something like that from ever happening again.
The weight of responsibility in that first meeting must have been immense. They were essentially designing the framework for international peace and security that we still rely on today, for better or worse.
And the fact that it started in London before moving to its permanent home in New York just shows how much of a collaborative effort it really was, right from the jump.
From scientific discovery and civil rights to strategic warfare and global diplomacy, January 17th has truly given us a lot to think about.
Definitely. It's a day for the icons. I'm Leela Grant.
And I'm Thatcher Collins. Thanks for hanging out with us. Deep Dive is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. Explore history every day on Neural Newscast.